like a Hellcat.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening around the world. Welcome back with one more episode. My name is Siraj, international public speaker and motivational speaker. So today we have very interesting, enlightening session. We have very well-known and good personality around the world, well-known personality. I'm very glad to have her in my show. So over to you, Rukhsar. Give an introduction and over to you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our series. This is Rukhsar Sayed, and as Mr. Siraj has said, yes, we have a very great personality with us. She's a celebrity TV host and had done many infomercials, and she is also hosting like TV shows like Discovery Channels and ESPN to ABC. She has acted in many movies and also her upcoming Netflix movie Unseen. We have to know about that also. She is doing so many works together. And yes, Forbes, we want to know about the works you do and about your life journey.
Well, good morning. I'm sorry, my eyes are burning today. I'm not quite sure what's going on, whether it's makeup or just one of those mornings where I'm starting to cry. I apologize. How is everybody today? So you guys are all the way around the world. I'm sitting here in Tampa, Florida. And it is my absolute pleasure to talk, to inspire, to show people what's possible, to be a working mom at my age and just enjoy life. And then also to take a crazy little product that no one thought was going to go anywhere and make it international. How you do all of that on your own. And I think that's part of the greatest part of my story is that if I can do it, you guys can do it.
That's what we also want to know about the Spin Gym, that you are a creator of Spin Gym, and we are very much eager to know about that. What came into your mind, like of creating such an incredible thing with having two incredible twins, like.
You know what? So let's start at the beginning. It's funny. I think as we are talking around the world with different cultures, that we are more similar than we are different. Yes. Yeah. That being a mom and caring about your children and loving your community is the same around the world. And, I had a very interesting experiment. When I was 10 years old in 5th grade, I was living in 1970 in a very white community. It was Jews and Italians. There was no Black, no Chinese, nobody that you didn't see on TV. And they wanted it that way in Long Island. So one day we go to school and everybody with brown eyes has to stay after school, clean up the garbage and get extra homework. And I'm like, well, I have green eyes. I said, no, you have brown eyes. And everyone with blue eyes and green eyes got to go home early. And it went on all week long. And we were made to sit in the back of the classroom. And it was very odd and very uncomfortable and felt terrible. At the end of the week, they brought all of us into the auditorium. And the principal stood up and he said, so how does it all feel? And we're all yelling and screaming about how unfair this is. How could you do this? And he calmed everyone down. And he said, let me share something with you. In this country, there are people who cannot change their skin color, and they are made to feel bad because of that. Something they cannot change, had nothing to do with who they are. And I think I might have gotten that message because I was like, that's what this was about, because I felt terrible. And all throughout my life, because of that moment, I think everyone should be made to go through that experiment. I have a feeling and a different energy towards people who are different with things they cannot change. Now, there's a difference if you're a nice person versus a not nice person, but because of the color of your skin, your hair, your eyes, that does not determine who you are. But I will share something very unusual. So I'm age 20, right? And blue contacts had come out. You could put on blue contacts. And I will share something that in the back of my little mind, I put on blue contacts because I thought maybe they were better. Does that make sense too? So very different messages in my head, but I have learned I was lucky enough to experience that. I don't think people are. I think people grow up in their own bubble. My parents did not like anybody different from them. And that was very sad. And as I've gone through my life, and the best thing you can do is travel around the world. And now the best thing you can do is travel right from the comfort of your living room. So I did grow up. I have 2 beautiful parents and a younger sister. But when I was 8 years old, I got hit in the face with a baseball bat and my nose got very crooked. And I sucked my thumb as a little girl and I had braces for 8 years. From 8 to 16, I had full silver. And at one point, they put a thing in my mouth. So I talked like this. It was very uncomfortable. And for me, when I was little, I had frizzy hair. Fast food had come out. I was kind of chunky. I was bullied. I was made fun of. And here's the crazy part, especially as a woman, I was very smart in school. I was so smart that I couldn't talk to other children. I hung out with a lot of my teachers. You know what that made me? Very unhappy, very lonely. And because as a little girl, and Mohammed, I don't know if you know this, but all we really want to be is pretty. And we want to be liked by poor people. And I wasn't. And so I took that and I went home to my house and I watched a lot of movies and a lot of television. And I pretended in my mind that I was somewhere else, that there was something bigger for me, that I could meet people who had money and went on boats and scuba dived. I wanted to be James Bond. Not a Bond girl, but I wanted to be an action hero who got to snow ski and drive motorcycles and mopeds and fly. Well, let me share something with you. Because I dreamed it, I have lived that life. And I lived it without a man buying things for me or mom and dad having any money. In fact, my story is that my dad, when I was in high school, he was a printer. He slipped and he cut off the front of his hand. He spent 3 years in the hospital. He had 15 operations trying to rebuild his hand. So every day after high school for me, I would go to the hospital. Now, don't feel bad for me. I mean, I didn't even know we had a high school football and a baseball team. I had no social skills anyway, so it didn't bother me. What I did was I was there for my family. And I remember my dad's hotel room, his hospital room, it overlooked the only big house in our hometown. And that house was surrounded by very skinny trees. You could barely see through it. But from my point of view, I could see that house. Now, we had a very small little one bathroom home.
Oh.
This was the giant circular driveway, the 2 huge chimneys, the big front door. And I remember as a little girl thinking, I wonder who's lucky enough to live there. What is Christmas like in their home? What is Halloween? Do they get big candy bars? And I will tell you what that inspired me to do was to go on a quest to find out, what do people like that really like? Are they like in the movies, or is it different? And right out of college, with zero money, I applied for a job as a social secretary to a billionaire, W.R. Grace. I had no social skills. I had very little manners. To this day, it's still embarrassing to me because I like to eat chicken with my hands. And apparently in this country, that's not very nice. And people make fun of me all the time. But they thought I was kind of cute, and they thought they could teach me. And there was one moment, and I hope this translates to another culture, but Mrs. Grace turned to me and she said, you need to get Louis Vuitton out of the trunk. And I said to her, I'm sorry, who's in the trunk? And she said to me, you'll learn. And I said, you're right, I will. And because I didn't have, my mom was 260 pounds my whole life. We had the same furniture with plastic on the couch. And that was the way they lived. And I remember loving them, but being embarrassed by how I grew up. And so I've set on a path to find out, if the world is a game, how do you get to play it to win? What is it that makes you happy? What do you want? And I will tell you, I've traveled around the world with basically no money. I've been in movies and television just because I wanted to. Because I have a childlike imagination that thinks that James Bond is real and that we can do anything and be anywhere. And when you view life that way, it's so much more fun.
Great.
Seriously, yeah, it's amazing imagination you have. You did visualizations. That is the reason why, you are on this position right now. So
We are
yes,
very
Mr.
proud to
Siraj.
have you with lot of dreams. Every child has a lot of dreams and lot of ambitions in their life. But coming to the point, like succeeding and moving in a transformation of the world with lot of initiatives and hosting with multinational platforms, it may be channels and a lot of things. You have done a great inspiration to a lot of women in the world, and we take you as an inspirer always. So it's glad to see you in that position. I'm very happy to meet you. I want to become like you one day. I'll be taking you as the ideal inspirer. Yeah. So
Well, I will tell you what, Mohammed, you are. You are by doing a show that's around the world. It is about following your heart, because No one will tell you. I don't know why other people in your world don't inspire you. We actually call it, I have to find my little hat here. We call it to Forbes it. To Forbes something means to manifest it, especially when no one else thinks that it's possible. So I ask people around the world, what do you want? What is your dream? And people need to architect their dreams better. I have people, because you can get to me on Facebook. You can ask me anything. But people will say, I want $1 million. But nobody gives it. But that's not how you make $1 million. You provide $1 million worth of service. See, I had no money and I went to work for a family that did, so I could learn and give to them. The more you give, the more you get. Yes. The second thing is you have to stop thinking that what you believe is right. If you spell out the word believe, B-E-L-I-E, there's a lie in the middle of believe. And you will hear people, well, I believe this. Well, that's not true. None of it's true. Everything, if you and I watch the same moment, we have a different idea of what happened. So how do we know what is right or wrong? And I think if we can stop believing that we are so right, because if we believe we are right, you are wrong. Well, that's not a fun way to live your life. What if none of us are right? So Roxanne, let me ask you a question, Roxanne. What is it that you want? What do you want?
That's what we have to believe in ourselves. If someone will tell us you are not worthy of doing this work, we have to believe in our inner voice, what we can do. We don't need others' opinions and suggestions. Instead, we have to take positive vibes and positive messages from others.
Well, let me share something with you. It's not that easy. It's not that easy because you are you are like a computer. If I said the word high school to you, do you bring up a file about high school? You think about pictures and videos and documents, right? Your brain is like a file. It's a lot like the computer that you're looking at. Some files of your family are this, some files of high school, some files are very bad. Something bad happened to you, and you put that file right in the front. And you meet somebody new, and you tell them all the bad things. I don't know why we choose to do that. What if we take the bad file and we push the bad file back here, we don't talk about it, and we just put the good file. But here's the secret. Your brain is like a hard drive. If there is one little bit of code that is corrupted, that somebody back there told you that you couldn't do something, everything else operates from that moment. And I teach, in fact, I have a class today, all day today, called Breakthrough. Because I truly believe that our programming is faulty. Our programming was installed by parents who did the very best they could, or maybe not. Maybe they were alcoholics. Maybe they molested you. Maybe they gave you traditions from their grandparents that do not work today. And you must take that programming and reprogram it to work for you right now. Because let me ask both of you, Mohammed, would you let your 4-year-old drive your car?
No.
But you do. That's impossible.
But you do. You take a 4-year-old little boy who was told things by his parents. In fact, Mohammed, let me ask you a question. May I?
Yeah, you can.
What is your first memory in life?
First memory, when I was childhood, I was first become a public speaker. When I was speaking first time, it was a wonderful memory of my life.
At 4 years old?
4 years old, I don't remember exactly 4 years.
Make it up. Where were you at 4?
4 years old, I don't remember. I was playing with a small type of toy, and I was driving it around in my home. That was the memory of 4 years.
Good. So let me ask you a question. What decision did you make about life at that moment?
So as childhood, we don't have big I don't think so. There was a big decision in that time. I was only decision.
No, Mohammed. Wait. So far, you said the word "don't" and "can't" about 10 times. Let me share you how you get to my level.
Okay.
Simply take a moment, and Roxanne, think the same thing. You do make decisions at every moment. This is what you don't realize as an adult. If you are a little boy and you touch fire, your decision is don't do that again.
Okay.
So you're making decisions before you realize it. I'm trying to access part of your brain that made a lot of decisions. You decided what love is. You decided what friendship is. You decided if somebody hurt you to be shy, to be embarrassed. And your whole life
Absolutely true.
seems to be run because of that. Roxanne, what is your first memory?
First, when I was 4 years old, like I was very much, interested in painting. And that moment I decided that I don't want to become like, in that age, I was not able to decide the vision of my life. But I thought
Yeah.
that no, I am interested in this work. So I will continue this, painting. And I felt a joy by doing that work, that painting. And my mother used to, still she has my paintings of my childhood, and she used to still show me that how you used to enjoy doing this work.
And so let me ask you a question. You are how old now?
26.
Okay, you have a joy about life, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you typical, or do you see many other young women not with that same joy?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I see that.
Right. And nobody ever told you not to do this, which is why you and I are talking on a program. There are millions of young women who did not have a happy childhood. And
Yes.
they are angry or bitter, and you see that. Let me share something
Yes.
with you around the world. This is fixable. They can be given back a sense of joy and hope. And that is the work that I am doing. By taking them at this point, if they were hurt and told they'll never be any, children who say, oh, you'll never be anything. And they grow up to believe they can't do anything. Well, that's not real. And part of my hope is that we take those adults, we take their little children inside, and we give them a new sense of, I can do anything. This life is to be enjoyed and not suffered. And I think if we spread that message that it's not too late, because one of the problems is those people are passing it on to their children. And that's not going to serve our world.
Especially women, like they have that thinking that at a certain age, after a certain point, like after getting married and having children, I can't focus on my career, or I can do this work. What people will feel about me doing this? So this question is still there in many countries, not only in a particular part or a place, but around the world. People are thinking, women especially, they have this thinking in their minds still.
Not me.
No,
because I wanted to be James Bond. I wanted to be an action hero. And
that is the reason,
Well, the other thing I have is I don't listen to people. I have always been so odd and unusual that people never knew what to do with me anyway. So I just don't listen.
We should be like that. We should be like that,
Yeah, as you said, internal representation is very, very important. Like coding, as you said, that coding is software new version. As Windows will update 7, need to 10 and 11. As every human being, as a person, we need to update our version so that a good output will come where you will show yourself a different version to the world where no one ever expected that you will be. So that is called a different version, and everyone need to come up with them for potential. It may be a personality change. It may be new upgrading skills. It may be a new opportunity in your life that makes you in a different way where you look yourself.
You update your computer all the time. What if I told you there was new software for your brain that said it erases the negative part of your brain, and we're going to do a new program, a program that says in the year 2020, women matter as much as men, and maybe even more, because we are mothers, because we have given birth to other children. I don't believe in war. I don't want to see anybody kill somebody's little boy. I don't think that power, you don't get power by putting someone else down. You get power by finding your internal fire, by believing that the world is an amazing place, and by lifting others up, we could have an amazing world. And we have to stop putting other people down. That is such a small-minded thinking. Yes?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And so it is about women.
Yeah, Rukhsar will ask some of the good questions. Yeah, like we are getting very excitement when we are talking. It's glad to hear a lot of experiences and sharing from you. We learned many things as we expected from you. And over to you, Rukhsar. You can ask the first question, what you are expecting.
As you are into your fitness world and known as a fitness icon throughout the globe, we want to ask you a few questions on fitness, like knowing that in today's world, time factor is deterrent for many people around the world. But like being aware about the entertainment demands as you are in entertainment career, and how you balance your fitness, fitness, being a fitness icon in your lifestyle, how you incorporate that, all that. So we want to know about that.
Okay, so the first thing, and I'm actually calling my man. The first thing that I do is, it's very hard to get to the gym, especially as nowadays, especially with all the COVID stuff. One of the things that I'm going to tell you is I created this product, and this product is called a spin gym. What you do right here in the box is actually, it allows you to get an amazing workout. Oh, can you see my arms? Oh, and I know it looks like a very small toy.
Awesome.
This is one of the most amazing things, because if you cannot get to the gym, what you don't understand is this is the oldest toy in the history of mankind, based on a button on a string. I need you here, Joshua. Please come in. Here's the thing. You have to move a little bit every day. If you stop moving, you stop living. You have to breathe. You have to drink water, and you have to enjoy your body. If you do not take care of your body, you have no place to live.
Yes, that's true.
I gave birth to my twins. I had 2 7-pound babies at the same time at 42. That's a lot. That's old to have babies, right? 2 of them. But I made a decision that said I need to feed this body like I would feed my car, the best gas, the best. I would take such good care of it, because I want to live a. I'm 60 years old. I want to live a really good life.
That's unbelievable, because you're awesome. You look great at the stage, and
I want to show you something else. One of the reasons I stay young, I want you to meet somebody very special to me.
We are happy to meet.
We are eager to meet.
Oh, so this is Joshua. It's a very small frame.
Hello, hi.
Hello, sir.
Happy to meet you.
Hello, sir.
So Joshua, do me a small favor. He just woke up. Let me see your arm. Come a look.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's great.
Great.
Let me ask you a question. Do you use spin gym, and tell them why? You have to kind of fit in that box.
Oh.
Yes,
I do use the old little spin gym here.
Back to that of us as a family really hurting, and then of course the whole COVID and quarantine and things went crazy. But his passion for being fit and for being in love has inspired me. And I will tell you, I have never been happier than being in love with a partner that I wanted to share everything with. And I highly encourage everyone to find someone to love, to embrace, and not to take it lightly. That you are better.
I want to add something in this. As you said, Forbes, rightly, you have said that we need a partner who supports us and understands us. That is like we have, one half battle in our life. Because by having a supportive partner, we can also deal with the biggest challenges we face in our life, because already we have a support, we have a pillar that that encourages us daily, inspires us, and motivates us to do the best and be the best version of ourselves.
So I will share something to all the women out there. And Mohammed, you may not quite understand this, but when you are a woman,
I am trying my level best.
when you are a woman out in the world in business, you are in your masculine. It's very hard to just be feminine and taken seriously. So there is a level of being aggressive and being out there. But when I come home, I am the little girl. I let my man hold me and take care of me. And I love the very, very feminine, the little girl. In fact, he calls me a different name, because to the world, because to the world, I am Forbes Riley. I am powerful and strong and smart and yada, blah, 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 blah. But when I come home at night, I am the little Francine, which was my original birth name. And I just get to be taken care of, because I don't want to always be this. But that fuels my energy to get up and be present and share with the world so they can find their own greatness. Because I love that you are talking to me, but it is not about me. For everyone listening, you have a moment to decide How do I want to be in this world? What kind of a change can I make? What do I stand for? Who do I help every day? And who do I make better? Because if you're not, then go away. Don't be a taker.
Yeah.
Takers don't win. You have to learn to give to live. And that is truly what I have found in my heart. When you help others get what they want, your life becomes much better.
Absolutely
That's
true.
true.
I completely agree
That's
with you.
true,
Like, whatever we help, we expect from others, it will come back to us definitely when we do good things to others. It will be payback by God, or it may be a positive thing. What we do in our life, it will be reflecting us. So happy to listen to you. So we will ask you one more question to you. Very interesting question. As I have collected, as you are the creator of Spin Gym, we are eager to know. Have you introduced the concept of Spin Gym everywhere, and what is it all about? I'll be practicing it if I know it.
Wait, say that. I didn't quite get the question part.
So, as you are the creator of Spin Gym, we are eager to know. You introduced the concept of Spin Gym. So, what actually
Like
Spin Gym is?
what motivated you to start this concept?
Okay, so number one, when you learn the science behind this product, because it is spinning, it actually generates an energy that goes all through your body. So I am in the National Fitness Hall of Fame. During my career, I have been involved with 1,500 different fitness products. Now, when I was about 20 years ago, I was using a resistance band. It was on my foot. It slipped off my foot and it hit me in the face and shattered my nose. And I discovered that I needed to find something that was not a dumbbell, that was not a resistance band, that I could take with me wherever I go, that allowed me to stretch and relax and unwind my body, and also to take my hands. I mean, this does everything I've ever wanted something to do. But then how do you get it out to the world? Well, I will tell you, you make a business, you write a business plan, you dream it, you tell everyone what you are up to. I put it in people's hands. And as soon as you feel it, everyone goes, oh my gosh. And then you do that over and over and over again. And every day for years, I would make videos. I would go on Home Shopping TV and sell this. You must focus if you want to win the game of life. You don't have to focus forever, but for a period of time, you just do this. Then I wrote a book. I wrote a book on how to eat.
Yeah.
I wrote a book that spoke to me because I don't know what you think the word diet means, but to somebody who is overweight, they think that diet is counting calories or starvation or deprivation. No.
Yes.
Diet, D-I-E-T, decisions I eat today.
Okay.
So many people
Amazing.
say, so many people like Mohammed say, I want to look like Joshua. That's my
Yeah.
Yes, Mohammed, if you want to look like Joshua, you must go to the gym 2 hours every day and eat a lot of vegetables. But then you say, I don't want to do that. Then, my friend, you do not want to look like Joshua. You want to look like you. And you can
That is
do that.
absolutely right. I agree. Completely, I agree.
So you must be realistic. I go back to what do you want?
As we, we create an attraction that if we visualize about good things, it will happen. But if we feel negative about others, and if we tell ourselves that if we have that fear of failure, that we are doing this great work, we are starting it, and suddenly we have so many, negative thoughts coming in our mind. Am I able to do this work? Then that negative thing will happen with us because we are allowing ourselves to, get that vibes towards us.
So I will. I have a free gift for you guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay, where can I write something? Can I write something here, or do you have to write it for me? Oh, wait, here. I'm going to write something. I'm going to invite you guys to something. Watch this. www.pitchsecretsmasterclass.com/RUX. All right. So every Sunday at 5 o'clock my time, which I think might be first thing in the morning for you, every Sunday, your Monday, I teach a 2-hour class. I teach a class on communication and how you pitch. Rox, you called me and you pitched me the idea of being on your show, correct?
Yes.
The way that you enrolled me got me to say yes. That is the secret to everything in life. But listen to this. You got what you wanted, didn't you?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That means that you can get anything that you want if you use that same principle. Think about that. That means that you are unstoppable. And that is very nice to own, correct?
Right.
Yes.
And then,
That's true.
and by the way, sometimes you will get a no. But in my mind, I changed the word no. N-O. You know what it means? Never-ending opportunity.
Yeah.
So even if you get a no, you say, that's good. I'm going to continue. Maybe I asked the wrong person the wrong question. But don't get angry when you get no's. Think about how do you change you? How do you change the question?
Yes.
For every day is a new opportunity. Please don't bring your baggage with you. I don't care who said no yesterday. Today is so new. I want you to go, how did I view today? Someone as crazy as me that says you can live a great life, whoever you are. Hang on one quick second. And I will tell you, I have a beautiful daughter who's 17 years old and a son who also believe they can fly. Come here. I want you to meet somebody. Come here for a second. Give me 2 seconds. All the way around the world. Come here. They don't. Come here. Come sit here for a second. Come sit.
Hi.
You're in Dubai right now, looking right in that, right there at the camera. McKenna
Hi,
is
McKenna.
India
She
as
is
well.
so cute.
She's so good.
Come here. Tell them.
Yeah.
Tell them how you're still in high school. Come here. Come sit for 1 second.
I'm food on.
I know, but you built a business. They need to know this.
Yes. In 2 months, well, actually in 1 month, we were able to build a 6-figure business because we did it online and we're doing trainings. It is 100% possible to make money online, and we teach that, and it's something we strive for because everybody should know this.
So let me tell you, there are people around the world. I know.
I literally have eggs on the stove.
I know. But come here, just one real quick. You're 17 years old.
That's so sweet. That's so
Great
sweet.
to hear from you. You are as you shared, like informative. Like she's sharing, it's so impactful for youngsters.
And
Those who are listening.
Yes, of course. I've seen McKenna's videos on, YouTube, and I've seen a profile too. Her words, like she has raised a voice, I think, for orphans to kids, like few months before, or I've seen the video on YouTube, and that inspired me a lot.
I would love you to interview her, and I'll tell you why. She has listened to me her whole life. Because she's my daughter and she travels with me. And I just wanted my little girl to be with me. What I did not realize is that because she's listened to me inspire so many other people, she got it. She understands at 17 years old that she can build anything. And now because of being on the computer, nobody cares if you're too young. She's had a business since she was 12 years old. She created a charity where she actually, this is another thing. She created a charity at 14 to take little kids on boat rides who could not afford it. And I will tell you what she did. She did not ask my permission. She just said, Mom, I don't need your permission. This is her world. It's McKenna Riley's boat.com. Now, when you go there, you will hear a little 14-year-old girl look at the camera and tell you that she wants to help other people, and here's how she's going to do it. There is no age limit now because of this computer. My greatest joy would be to inspire little kids to do this in a way that you've never imagined before. I only have a few more minutes. There's your good. Your eggs are good.
Okay, sorry about that. I was
Loud,
thinking-
right?
We would love to interview her. We would love to interview her.
Connect you.
So I just told them that they need to interview you because I said at 14 years old, you created something. What did you create at 14 about you?
Introduction, what you create. Yeah.
So I wanted to take. I go boating a lot, and we live in Florida. And I have a friend of mine named Christine, and she's in a wheelchair, and she has cerebral palsy. And we took her out for a boat ride, just as like a fun thing. And her face lit up, and her mom's face lit up, and they were just so excited. And then I was like, have you ever been on a boat before? They're like, no, this is our first time. And her mom, who's like 40 or 50 years old, said it was her first time on a boat. And someone who's grown up on a boat their entire life, that completely shocked me. And so I learned more about it and I realized that like boating is such a luxury that I'm so fortunate that I was able to have. And so I decided that I think it would be awesome to have other people experience something that I truly love so much. So I raised $10,000 to buy a Boston whaler to take disabled
Great,
kids
yeah.
out on with physical disabilities, less just people who can't afford it. Reached out to older individuals who did it when they were younger but don't have enough anymore because it is a very expensive thing to do. And so we've been raising that money, and I'm excited to do this.
They live in a part of the
That's
world
great.
where young girls.
That's great.
Now, you guys are in a part of the world where young girls may not have that freedom. What do you
Yes.
say to young girls? How do you say so inspired? What would you say to them if you could say anything to a whole country of little girls who are told that all you should do is get married and be a wife and a mother?
That there is truly the only people stopping you are the people who tell you no and yourself. I truly believe that if you want to do anything, you can do it. And if you put your mind to it, that you can accomplish anything. All of us are powerful enough. We all have enough spirit. And you should, if people tell you no all the time, to use that as fuel. People told me I could never make money as a 12-year-old. Oh, you can't have a business at 12. No, that's not possible. And that's very different than what a lot of people experience. But I use that as fuel instead of victimizing myself. I made it a thing that I would never be a victim and that I would always strive to do better things. And if someone told me I couldn't do anything, I would make it a point to show them, yes, I can. I'm powerful, I'm confident, and I'm a woman.
That's great. I'll cheer you up. That's great. Seriously. That's great.
You are the
Because at
youngest
your
to see
age,
you want to see. You will be the next billionaire in that young age, and I want to see you next Apple or next Microsoft. You want to establish, and you will be a role model entire world. Keep working it, and I want to see you next level where we will be judging you. We will be interviewing as a world's best young entrepreneur. Okay, we want to see you in
and
that
yes,
way.
Makana, one word which you said that about inner self, the same concept which I have used in my previous podcast about the inner self. I believe in this concept so much that if we will not listen to others' opinion and suggestion and only on our inner self, inner strength, then no one can stop us and can become a barrier. This you have said it truly and perfectly.
Believe on your passion and work on it consistency, then the results automatically come. No barrier in the age. You can be an entrepreneur
Yes.
at 12, you can be an entrepreneur at 14, you can entrepreneur at 16, no matter. But how much you are upgrading yourself for every period of time and how you are changing your version is very, very important. You see, many youngsters, those who are coming as a young entrepreneurs, they are the role models for the entire world. I am going to see you as a next entrepreneur. We will meet you soon. Okay, all the best wishes from our side.
Thank you so
you.
very much. Well, I love you.
Yeah.
We actually
Have
have,
fun.
I have a class that's starting in about 10 minutes.
Sure.
It's too-
Sure,
So
yeah.
I-
And it was so good to
We are-
talk to you, Forbes. Seriously. You are greatly appreciated. Your works are greatly appreciated. Seriously. And I wish you all the best in further works which you do. And all the best for your Netflix series also. So, seriously.
I
Yes,
biggest fan of you.
Mohammed.
Today onwards, I'll be a biggest fan of you, and I'll be following you as you said. You have shared a lot of things, and I completely agree. And I just came to know a lot of things which I don't know earlier. So it was a great experience meeting you. I'm very thankful to see you here and meeting you. And I hope in future we'll be going to have a live session interacting in offline. Even we will be one day we'll be
Offline,
meeting.
yeah.
I would,
Definitely.
Yes, in the wild.
you know what? Let's do this. Let's kind of help to unite this world because we have the power to do that. So
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
very excited. Yes. Here's what I would love. I would love to do a Zoom call and bring on 100 people that I can interact with. We can answer questions and we can actually, if 100 people talk to 100 people, talk to 100 people, talk to 100 people, that's the entire world.
Yeah, that
Yes.
is you.
Absolutely.
Forming unity and working together and empowering and making them more motivated and encouraging them, inspiring them. This is our primary responsibility as a citizen, as a good human being, I believe. And this is called the ecology, empowering all over the world, the people, those who are listening and coming up with a lot of initiatives and helping them to grow and to upgrade to make a good personality. That is what we expect. You're doing a fabulous work. We got an ideal inspirer as you. You are the role model for everyone, those who are watching. And thank you so much for being a part. I'm very happy to have you, and keep inspiring and keep motivating, keep making people more like you, role models we want in the world. Thank you so much.
Yes.
That right there, and there you go. All right, so to everyone out there, love you guys.
Yes.
Bye bye, everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.
So much. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. We had a great
Like a Hellcat.